In this video we are going to talk about one interesting fact about every mission in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Hey, you need horses? Oh yeah.
This is the only mission in the game that the player can ride a gang member's horse.
I'll live. Get indoors, son. We need you strong. Okay.
The top of the mountains where this mission takes place is accessible for only this mission. After the mission is completed, an avalanche cover stops the player from reaching to the top.
What are you doing? Shoot!
It is impossible to kill the bear during this mission.
Please, spare me. I promise, you won't see me again, partner.
If the player spared the O'Driscoll in the mission, Outlaws from the West, he will appear in this mission, and he has unique lines like, "You should have killed me when you had the chance."
Okay, I'll go first.
Saw him with my own 2 eyes.
O'Driscoll! You're dead, you sons of bitches!
If Arthur takes too long to stop the train, Lenny will do it.
I'm going up. We have to stop this train. I broke the goddamn wheel. All right, let's get it fixed.
After the mission is complete, several gang members will be missing from the camp, including Swanson, Charles, Javier, and Bill. Lenny and Micah will also be gone in a while.
Shut up. I'm just saying. Don't say less. Pick the wheel up.
During the girls' song on the way to Valentine, Karen mixes up the lyrics at one point and laughs about it. This was a genuine moment made during recording.
I got a girl in Paris. I messed it up. I got a girl across the plain. Hair down there like a horse's mane. I got a girl and she's got a thing. It's my feet are like a diamond ring.
Arthur, come here. Come over here. I want you to meet our friends.
Pleased to meet you.
Despite being prostitutes, Anastasia and her friend can no longer be seen in Valentine after this mission.
Anyone can tell this one is a pussy cat.
Exactly. Yes, he's a pussy cat. Ain't that so, Arthur?
Whatever you say. How much you cost anyway?
Well, ain't that a nice way to talk to a lady?
Oh, I didn't know I was talking to a lady.
Excuse me.
After stowing Swanson on the horse, Arthur can ride his horse in the camp without being ordered to dismount.
You'll work it out, Dutch. You always do. Ah, good. I was starting to worry about you. Shoot that thing, please!
The title of this mission is a reference to the play, The Winter's Tale, by William Shakespeare. In the play, a character is chased off stage after the stage direction, exit, pursued by a bear.
You think they can see us?
This is the only main story mission that the player can control Arthur in territory that includes Red Dead Redemption's world map. The PED models used for the O'Driscolls are exclusive to this mission. It cannot be seen if the player visits the hideout in free roam.
Tell him yourself. Yeah.
When Arthur looks for Lenny whilst extremely drunk, the words bartender, Lenny, greet will be misspelled.
Maybe you should switch to water, my friend.
How many of you had, pal?
Instead of using Steamed Donkey, Arthur can use two other ways to free Micah. One way is, kill the lawmen inside and loot the key. The other way is use dynamites.
You took the money. He wants it back. What's not to understand?
This mission is a major turning point for Arthur, as Downs coughs in his mouth and gives him tuberculosis. Any facial wear will be removed when Arthur reaches there, thus making it impossible to prevent Arthur from contracting tuberculosis. If Arthur has already stolen all the money in the house, Crawford reveals the stash under the bed. Otherwise he will reveal another missed location.
Where is it? In the chimney. Where is it? Under my bed.
According to the second trailer, Lenny and Bill were originally intended to be part of this mission, but were scrapped during the development.
Hey, look at this.
What?
This necklace I made.
Necklace?
The name of the mission is a reference to Matthew 4:19 and Mark 1:17. Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men.
Arthur, isn't it? Arthur Morgan?
If the player takes too long to shoot the coach's lock, Micah will do it himself after expressing his impatience.
Come on, I'm happy to do it myself. I'm done wasting my breath on you. That should do it.
Come on, let's see if all this was worth
All
it.
I see is you, me, a river full of dead O'Driscolls, and a lockbox.
How can I help you today?
Looking for a rifle?
If the player doesn't have the money, Arthur will tell the gunsmith that he'll take the rifle on credit.
See what we've got? It's all in the catalog here.
I'm gonna have to take this on credit.
Well, no, wait, we ain't even discussed terms.
Or I can take it in a way that ain't so polite.
Okay, fine. You can pay me later.
But the player isn't required to pay it after the mission. The mission description incorrectly spells Dewberry.
It's okay.
My daddy died in a field in Pennsylvania, fighting this lot. I ever tell you that?
Many times.
Dutch tells Arthur that his father was killed in a field in Pennsylvania, fighting Southerners during the Civil War. This heavily suggests his father was killed during the Battle of Gettysburg, the most famous battle of the Civil War.
Apples if you got them.
Sure, not a problem. Big family.
If the player decides to follow Shady into the general store, Shady and Arthur act like a married couple.
Range of ladies fashion.
She will use the name Mrs. Kilgore when speaking to the store clerk.
Of course, Mrs.
Kilgore. Don't worry about me, Mr. Kilgore. You go get your mail. What? You don't even trust me to handle the shopping by myself?
If the player chooses not to race Dutch, they can instead follow Bill, who will actually drive the moonshine wagon to a spot near the gang's camp, park it there and walk back into camp. There is a typo in the subtitles for Part 1, in which looking is spelled incorrectly.
Jose and John are looking for you.
Come on now, partner.
Okay, fine. Follow me.
There are several different ways to deal with the stable hand. One way is to strangle him to death. Another way is to hogtie him instead of killing him.
Keep your mouth shut or you get a bullet through it. We're taking the horses.
Third way is to wait until he describes all 3 horses and Javier will knock him out.
Okay, bandana's on.
During this mission, Arthur says that the fire will spread quickly as the area has not had any rain in the last few months. Accordingly, player cannot observe any rain within the entire Scarlet Meadows region until after this mission is completed.
These little fellas here. Thankfully, it ain't rained. And that old barn over there should go up like a torch. All right, Charles. You take Trelawney back to camp. I'll catch up with you.
Okay.
Depending on Arthur's honor, he will say something different at the end of the mission.
There always seems to be more and more civilization. I want to get back in the open country of the West, or what's left of it, but even that ain't the way I remember it. Bounty hunters, Pinkertons, lawmen. Everywhere we go, there's more and more civilization. Perhaps this is it from now on. We shall see, I guess.
The player has the option to kill people in Stagecoach after Trelawney distracts them, which leads to Trelawney mounting his horse and riding away. When player finds Trelawney at a crossroad, he expresses his disappointment for not following his directions.
You made quite a mess there, Arthur. My way would have been so much cleaner. But there we go.
Charles, you keep watch for now. Sure.
The property that the 4 gang members hide is a barn on Compson's stead. However, the house appears to be occupied during this mission, despite it being empty and abandoned the rest of the time. This is the only mission where Arthur calls Lenny by his real name, Leonard.
You hear that?
Leonard.
I'm looking, all right? I can't see anyone chasing us.
The title is a reference to the biblical towns of Sodom and Gomorrah that were destroyed in the book of Genesis.
All of you count to 100 and keep your mouths shut. You understand me?
Is this thing over?
If player escapes the O'Driscolls on foot instead of on a horse, Arthur will collapse, and a unique cutscene will be played.
Oh, come on, girl. Get me home.
Cowards are in the gun store! I'll get the front! You take the back!
When entering the gunsmiths, player can use the front entrance instead of the back without failing the mission. But Micah will be annoyed for ignoring his instructions.
You're getting sloppy, Morgan.
You see that window in Sean's skull? Don't talk to me about slop.
Better in here, not there.
Where's the boy?
My sons gave him to Angelo Bronte.
If the player returns to the burnt-out manor, Catherine's body can be found and looted.
Someone, I need help.
Now we get that boy back, and we go.
There is a typo in the subtitles in the opening cutscene, where Hosea's last name is spelled as Mathews when Milton addresses him.
Day, fine people. Mr. Vanderlinde, Mr. Matthews, I presume. And who are you?
Rip Van Winkle.
Huh. Good day, sir.
Look at them fine steeples.
Hey, you little pair of shits.
It's very difficult to catch the kid, as he seems able to outrun Arthur in most cases.
Bastard got off. Damn street trash. You little bastard!
I was just playing.
Give me my things back.
Get off me, mister. I'm a good boy. I wash.
Give me my things.
When Arthur and John are searching for the grave robbers in the cemetery, an old woman in a black dress can be seen wandering around the graveyard. It is possible to hogtie and loot her, but she cannot be killed.
There they are.
Come on.
Tilly, grab that gun. Anyone approaches, shoot them. Oh, don't worry. I'll be just fine. Now catch that bastard.
The leopard Appaloosa Arthur rides during the mission can be kept after mission is completed with no loss of honor. Originally, Molly was going to accompany the gang during this mission, as the outfit she would have worn was found in the game files. However, she was cut for unknown reasons.
Yes, quite something.
Ah, there you are, dear boy.
Yes, here I am.
Well, we're going to need
The outfit Arthur wears during this mission is affected by Arthur's honor level.
play at the tables and
In a high honor playthrough, the vest and tie will be blue, and in a low honor playthrough, they will be red.
realize you're
Rain's fall tells Arthur to meet with Eagle Flies in a couple of days.
You meet my son in a couple of days near Citadel Rock, just west of the oil fields.
Okay.
But the player can actually start the follow-up mission whenever they wish.
You came.
Of course I came. Said I would.
There's a foreman. His name is Danbury.
Get down there and help them.
If the player neglects to leave the balcony, Dutch will push Arthur through the door, urging him to get going.
Arthur, we need your gun down there. Arthur, go on.
Damn crap. Come on, damn Driscoll.
Dutch appears to receive a concussion during this mission when the trolley crashes, though there is no definitive link between this and his increasing mental, erratic behavior.
My God, there's no shortage of them.
As shown in pre-release screenshots, Bill was originally intended to appear in the mission rather than Dutch.
$1,000 to the man who kills him and sets me free.
Title of this mission is a parody of an age-old proverb: revenge is a dish best served cold.
They are even bigger fools than you.
No doubt.
The law will find you. Already, the dogs are on the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. What you think? I reckon me and Lenny try and find a way across the roof, so if you'll cover us. Sure, go on.
Lenny Summers' death in this mission is the only gang-related death to happen outside of a cut scene in Red Dead Redemption 2. Dutch's alias, Aiden O'Malley, is a reference to the Grand Theft Auto 4 character of the same name.
What's your name?
Aiden O'Malley.
Is that so? What are you doing, Mr. O'Malley?
Surviving.
If Arthur fails to escape from the chair after a short while, Angel will slit his neck.
Don't worry. I'll be with you in a minute. A ver si alguno de ustedes habla después de ver que no estoy bromeando. Nadie va a extrañar este puerquito.
Sabemos que no estuvo tan fuerte.
If the player tries to shoot at Fusser or any of his soldiers after the cutscene plays, there will be another cutscene where Javier gets killed by the guards.
Que tengo un regalito para usted.
While reloading the cannon to destroy the ironclad, the ammunition visible in the magazine does not move at all.
I need to get this thing working properly. It'll take me a few minutes to get it loaded.
Starting with this mission, Arthur's eyes become slightly bloodshot, and remain that way for the rest of the game while he is playable.
Dear Uncle Tacitus, I do so hope you enjoyed your vacation. Look.
If Arthur waits long enough and doesn't read Sadie's letter, one of the Pinkerton agents can be seen and heard reading it.
I found a letter. Mr. Tacitus Kilgore. That name mean anything to you?
No, I don't think so.
Dear Uncle Tacitus, I do so hope you enjoyed your vacation. Lucky you leaving like that, and you always suggested you were too old for travel.
Arthur's here!
Arthur, you're alive.
Just about.
In the gameplay trailer, Arthur has a more healthy appearance rather than a sick and underweight appearance. This was presumably done to avoid any spoilers.
Hey Arthur, they got John.
And gameplay in new ways. As you live, ride, and fight to survive as an outlaw.
Mister, are you okay?
If Arthur does not have any money on him, the Good Samaritan will give him $10 so that he can pay for the doctor visit.
Here we are, friend.
Will I need money?
Here. Take this.
Oh, thank you.
Can I help you?
I need a doctor.
They want us, Arthur. They want us.
In the intro cutscene, Dutch mentions the game isn't over until he makes his move. This foreshadows the final mission of the game, which ends with Dutch shooting Micah, a move that ends the game's storyline.
But the game ain't over, Arthur. I mean, I ain't played my final move, but
I guess I'm more interested in saving lives than winning a chest. Relax, Mr. Bullard. Here, take over.
When looking for John at the penitentiary, his location will depend on which field the player examines first. For instance, if they search the field on the left, John will be in the one on the right.
You look a little suspicious, wouldn't you say?
wait, is that him? Yep, that's him.
Ah! My God!
What are you doing?
They're shooting at us!
Don't cry, buddy. I don't want to die. Yeah, I know. Hey.
If the player kills Milliken, the honor will drop significantly.
Stop crying once and for all. Okay, today's your lucky day. Let's go.
Let's clear these up.
Make your peace. You're dead.
I'll tell you what. You give me this ship, $10,000, and safe passage out of here, I'll let you live.
I'll do no such thing.
You sure?
Originally, Javier was supposed to be a part of the mission, as concept art showed him fighting alongside Arthur. However, Javier's part got scrapped during development. This is the only Chapter 6 mission where the player will gain a payable bounty. The bounty is $20 and covers the entire state of New Hanover. The bridge will be rebuilt and usable again after Epilogue Part 1. Until then, players will be unable to buy tickets to travel by trains.
Well, I guess old Dutch got all the smoke he wants. You seem to be going pretty fast, Dutch. I'm trying.
When the boat crashes, Dutch will look and act dizzy as if he has received a second head injury, after the one he received from the trolley crash in Urban Pleasures.
What is wrong with you? Boys all right back there?
not kill this man, but shall me.
This is one of the few missions in the game where the player will not lose honor for killing horses, the other ones being advertising, the new American art, urban pleasures, and our best selves. During the cutscene at the beginning, Dutch gives Arthur a black police uniform. But in gameplay, both of them wear blue jackets.
Okay.
Come on. Okay, they've passed the first charge. If we blow it now, we should have them trapped.
If the player neglects to detonate the explosives at the right time, Dutch will do it instead.
Put your hands up! You're surrounded!
After freeing Eagle Flies, player will automatically be equipped his bow to the shoulder.
Come on.
If Arthur doesn't help Eagle Flies to get the soldier off him, Sadie will do it instead.
I got one. Your fight is over. Just what right have you got to cause all this goddamn trouble?
Arthur! Charles!
Don't thank us. Thank Mrs. Adler.
Mrs. Adler?
We should get moving. Is that okay with you?
This is the first storyline mission in which John and Micah have a dialogue with each other. Ironically, John's line is, "Don't talk to me."
Time I heard it before.
Oh, Abigail must be real excited. All packed up like she is. I could just see her in a little grass skirt.
Don't talk to me, you son of a bitch. Boys, okay now, let's keep it down.
If Arthur's horse has reached at least level 3 horse bonding, a scene will play after the horses are shot, where Arthur runs to his horse and comforts it, before its death.
Come on, brother. Let's go. Give me a sec. Come on. Push, Arthur. Thank you. Arthur! Come on, Arthur. Let's go.